And then you start to see why decisions get made with governments, right? It's all because that's power right there. You take out some of those companies and some of those capacities where you control that sector right there, you control the world. There's a reason Nancy Pelosi does so great on her stock trades with Nvidia, right? I mean, they got ahead of the game. They know that the future infrastructure, data-driven infrastructure, is built on Nvidia initially, until it, adapts, evolves, and then that capacity is built somewhere else to meet the rising demand of the future, which is right now, by the way, guys. That's why we have this podcast. But data is going to be the new currency, straight up. I mean, it's inarguable, it's indisputable. Bitcoin, token backed economy, blockchain, it's all the future, right? We're not going to be doing the freaking dollar fiat crap. You're not going to hold that over us anymore, right? I would say the adoption of BRICS, but the sad thing is American policy led to that, right? Because we would ostracize certain countries, we would put economic sanctions on countries, and we really went too far, honestly, objectively, when we did it with Russia, when we took them out of SWIFT and the global market and everything. And look at their economy right now, doing this, going up, despite fighting a war, and look at ours, which is falsely inflated, bunch of contrived freaking numbers. Consumer price index, inflation, all of it's fake, man. We know that. Let's be real. Any rudimentary student of economics could tell you that, right? But yeah, that's the thing, man, is the whole elephant in the room is a future built on technocratic authoritarianism, right? That's the blue pill over here. Technocratic authoritarianism, full government surveillance state versus, and we're at the decision point right now. We're at the inflection. Hard right, red pill, which is decentralization, which is uncensored open AI. And I don't mean open AI, the company. I mean like open source AI, accessible to everybody, right? To where we can use the data, trustful data, and make decisions and organize very quickly. That's where we're going to retain our power, is the ability to organize and get information and make decisions and make movements very quickly, like Occupy Wall Street on 100 times steroids, instantaneously, right? Because we're working with and through the AI to achieve gains in human liberty and decentralization. But we're at that inflection point right now in history, guys. That is a big elephant in the room, and we're going to address that with the podcast. We're going to continue addressing it with the podcast, uncensored, man. We're not going to hold back. Bottom line is, man, our financial freedoms are at risk. Our overall freedoms are at risk. I mean, right now, like I tried to buy crypto the other day. It was like $100, right? It was just to like get this stupid freaking this D-pin device working, right? And maybe I'm the stupid one, but dude, it was asking all these questions and like my driver's license photos and all this, and like I had to take different angles of my head. I was like a chick in a mirror, at a bar. And I was like, dude, what are we doing right now? We have we're in America, right? I'm trying to buy $100 of this freaking made up token, right? Gary Gensler, Elizabeth Warren. And you're asking me all these questions and getting these photos. And guess what? It didn't even freaking let me. In the end, I tried for like hours, right? I'm no idiot. I mean, I work with tech all day, every day, and couldn't even get it to work, right? Microtransactions, Cash App, everything is being reported. They hired these 87,000 new IRS agents, right? There's no freedom. There's absolutely no digital liberty whatsoever. There's no financial, liberty whatsoever. And that's why people are breaking off of this freaking dollar system of control, the petrodollar, and Bitcoin is going to take hold, is already took hold in the world. So LOL, everybody who laughed at me. Because, hang on to the Titanic. Go ahead and enjoy the ride. It's not going to be fun. The dollar is a ruined system, right? And it's sad. Ultimately, I'm not cheering for that. I fought for this country. It's really sad. But it's been hijacked by bad people that exploited us. So really, blockchain and cryptocurrencies is going to be a huge intrinsic role. It's kind of the backbone between our power, right? And you could look at like agorism, economic libertarianism, and all that, right? But the backbone of our power is, one, it's the information war, right? It's putting information out there, true information, and fighting their lies, which are going to be able to expose ever increasingly, because now with the effective use of AI, we're able to find their lies and be like, no, you said this last week, politician, you're lying to us. And this year, your statistics on how you voted the last 3 years. You know, we're going to be able to have that access right here, talking into our phone, talking into our iWatch, and then hold them accountable right there while we film them, while we broadcast it live to the world, right? Seamlessly. We don't have to think behind it. We don't have to have a film crew behind us, because AI can do all that right now in the background with us. Right? It's amazing. But blockchain, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, that whole movement is a backbone to a lot of this freedom and the way we fight back. Information and then economics, right? So bottom line is, man, we have to integrate with AI in order to effectively fight for liberty and in order to be successful. You know, there's no longer the time where you can just like tuck back in the woods and chill and be a welder and not interact with it, because your neighbor next door that has a small welding shop, he's not even as good, but he interacts with it and uses it to get new clients, to drive, you know, more marketing, to drive more sales, to have a more effective business operational plan, whatever. He's going to be more successful no matter what your skills are, because they're effectively using AI. And we're at that point where we have to start using it, guys. Another cool, crazy thing is, when you study, and I work a lot in augmented reality for one of my jobs, and when we're able to, because seeing its potential, seeing what it's capable of right now is outstanding. That's all I'll say. It's outstanding what is capable right now. And that I haven't even seen everything, you know, but like, it's going to be amazing when you can think of like a machine learning room, for instance, and you have like a local model with a storage and this built model you've been continuously engineering over a period of years that kind of knows you. It knows the way you want to think. It knows the way you want to interact with the world, what you want to create for your business, for your content, for your personal life, for your hobbies, whatever, right? And it helps you, it assists you throughout your life, right? Now, think of that respect right there, okay? And then like a room that you walk into, you have like high-speed internet, Starlink, it's Tor enabled, right? Like fully decentralized, fully secured, no bullcrap, no censorship. It's all built, known by you, and you can just interact with it and you can get crap done, dude. You can literally walk out of that room in 4 hours, you know, and you're pulling with augmented reality. You're like pulling, like, hey, view me a spot of Italy I want to take on a date, right? And you can like manipulate it and be like, okay, that seat right there, I want to reserve that seat tonight at 6 o'clock, and I want you to order a set of flowers, 12 roses, and put them on that thing with her favorite bottle of wine, right? And then book the whole trip. You know, do your whole calendar for the year. You know what I'm saying? Lay everything out. Lay out your whole business social media marketing campaign for one of your businesses. Do your taxes, and then implement a new workout plan and a therapy session within like 4 hours. And you're going to walk out of that room, you know what I'm saying, just completely done. Like with so much, you're going to be able to achieve so much with this artificial intelligence meshed in with augmented reality, where you can like pull, or you can insert yourself into like a mountain before a mission and be like, okay, and do like a rehearsal and be like, okay, and then we're going to do this. There's going to be this house on the left. That's going to be where the target's at, blah, blah, blah. You know, it could have any number of things, and you're actually in that kind of like a video game, walking through the scenario, right? Understanding it, or walking yourself through, you know, Genghis Khan, you know, way back in history, and having visual interface with it, almost like you're there and you're seeing it and you're watching it transpire, right? And then you're asking questions to the AI, right? You're just talking to it, and then it's finding that information and it's adjusting the augmented reality as you go forward in that experience. And imagine the immersive learning and progress that we're going to be able to make with that right there. And I'll tell you factually, man, because I do this every day, that ain't far off. That's like basically, I can almost do it right now, you know? So it's pretty cool, like the future of all this, right? But I mean, think of that's just locally, like at what you could build, you know? Think of this. Think of companies. Now, they get their power and their data and their success on their business model by data, right? That's why Google gives you all these things for free, right? It's not for free. They're selling your data, and they're using your data against you and then giving it to the government, right? Whole nother story, right? But data is where they're going to be successful with their business model, okay? In these LLMs and these programs, machine learning that they're building, okay? The thing is, just the power consumption, just the computers, the computational ability, just the internet connection, just the scouring of resources, like literally all of the internet they're trying to download, and all the stuff, the mapping of the world, of the information, the books, the audio, the video, the politics, the emotional dynamics, the religion. That's what these companies are scraping right now, because that equals money in the future, right? So imagine just their power bill is millions and millions of dollars. Their rooms, their machine learning rooms, their computers behind it, right? It's insane to think what's out there and what these companies have. And then if you think about what their ability is currently and what their ability is going to be in like 10 years versus what our ability is going to be, that's another facet of that precipice between technocratic authoritarianism, right, and digital liberty, decentralization. This is why we have to address this right now. It just honestly, it's a critical choice between a free digital future and a completely controlled existence. Because the bottom line is, AI will automate your life if you let it, right? It'll cradle to the grave, take care of you, be your therapist, write your diet plan out, monitor your health, your blood sugar, everything on here, communicate it, tell you what you need to adjust, right? How often you need to work out, what your heart rate should be, what your sleep pattern is. It's going to be able to do anything for us, right? It's going to be able to drive for us, and you're just going to be able to chill there and do nothing and just veg out on TikTok and scroll on videos all day. You're going to be able to do nothing. It's going to be like that movie, I forget, that Pixar movie, where the fat people were on like the machines, just kind of cruising through life. That's what it's going to be, man. Wall-E, I think it was. Or you can effectively harness AI and not allow it to automate your life, but use it to enhance your life personally, for business success, and for human autonomy and liberty going forward. I'm going to fight that battle, and I hope you do the same with me. Decentralize everything. See you next time.